Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Susglobal Energy's channel, forefronting the industry today with Chief Executive Officer Mark Kazut. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to have you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
I hope you're holding up well. We got lots to dive into today. And before we get into it, because it is the start of the new year, I wouldn't mind rolling back into 2021 and just pointing out some of the major milestones you achieved, whether it was some of the contracts, because I know you guys have a lot going on with the municipalities on the energy front. Anything that really stuck out to you that you could offer some insights on?
Well, I think what's important is we completed our regional strategy by acquiring the second facility, that's the Hamilton facility, which closed earlier this year. So that what that provides us is the two facilities in the region, in the province, so Eastern Ontario, Western Ontario, with 200 kilometers between them, and we draw on that, on all those waste streams. This is the highest in terms of population. Ontario, about 15 million inhabitants, one of the highest densities of population in all of Canada. So that's the idea, to be able to have this type of regional model in other municipalities and jurisdictions across North America. This reduces the carbon footprint of haulers and trucking, which is all part of the our sustainable initiative in terms of diverting organic waste from landfill and processing it in our facilities to be able to produce these regenerative products, as you know, as part of our whole circular economy model.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And just kind of moving forward here, we sit kind of in the first quarter in this kind of wonky market with a mix between COVID, hyperinflation, interest rates. What can we kind of expect out of Q1 from you guys, and how are you kind of handling this mixed market?
So several milestones for Susglobal. First, we filed our S1 registration statement, which of course is part of our uplisting to the NASDAQ initiative, and the underwriting with Spartan Capital. You'll see that disclosed in the registration statement, and those funds, use of proceeds, part of our acquisitions and the development of the Hamilton facility to scale up. That, of course, listing on the NASDAQ has always been the objective, and we expect that to happen, this quarter. Of course, the acquisitions are important because they're accretive. We'll have additional revenues, and of course, the two facilities that we'll be commercializing, and at Belleville, we're bagging our compost. At the Hamilton facility, we're bottling the liquid fertilizer. And our acquisitions will allow us distribution to more big box retail stores. They have SKUs, space on shelves. And I think what's really important from a global perspective, there's a global supply chain issue. A lot of manufacturers for fertilizers, soil amendment, agriculture, aquaculture is what we call it, microbial products. There's a supply chain problem. You can't get peat moss, you can't get other mixes. Fortunately for Susglobal, we have all the feedstock we need because we take in the green bin program from the municipalities. So global supply chain issues do not impact us whatsoever.
That's incredible to hear. So just from the COVID front, I mean, you seem pretty cushioned from everything else. Are you guys finding any issues in these factories, or kind of putting this stuff together? Are you still finding a nice fluent workflow in between all this?
It's an interesting question. In the early part of the pandemic, we saw an increase in organic waste streams because everyone was staying home and generating more. We saw that in this second wave, but it doesn't impact us. As a matter of fact, the pandemic has created a global food supply demand, a demand for more food. More food means I believe it's about $9 billion, and what that means is more fertilizers to grow this food. And there is a shortage of fertilizers worldwide. South America is having significant problem finding fertilizers, and this is what we do. I mean, we're solving several problems: sustainably processing organic waste by diverting from landfill, which is part of the whole climate change initiative. That's everyone is now in a pandemic thinking of better ways to address climate change. It's diverting from landfill, reducing greenhouse gas emissions. As you know, this quarter, we're going to be monetizing our carbon credits. We're getting our first payment for the carbon credits. So again, that's part of our model. We then take those streams, waste streams, convert them into these regenerative products, whether it's dry compost, liquid fertilizer. And now with one of our acquisitions, we're looking at some microbial formulations to clean up wastewater treatment plants and ponds, leachate ponds, and we're processing leachate as part of our leachate management solution. So we definitely, this quarter, second quarter 2022 for Susglobal is an inflection year. And then as we deliver all the products that are produced in 2022, we will see an exponential revenue growth for 2023. And that's when I'm comfortable to say that we're looking at significant increase in market capitalization for this company.
Incredible insights. You guys truly are turning waste into gold with some of these innovative industrial jumps in tech. I think it's wildly underlooked, and it's going to be really neat to see how kind of you evolve this space, offering again fertilizer to health, even diesel fuels. Like the spectrum that you're able to cover is absolutely intriguing, to say the least. But on that note, Mark, I really appreciate your time today.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
And Happy New Year. And on that note, folks, if you guys ever have any questions, let us know what you think in that comment section below. Consider subscribing for those future updates as it comes down the wire. But stay cool, stay awesome, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.